Andoni Iraola has just revealed Liverpool's biggest problem in the transfer market. And he has clearly stated that Liverpool needs a new winger. And he also admitted that the Liverpool squad defense is very, very thin because Conor Bradley is still yet to be back to full fitness, which means Liverpool have just one right back. At the same time, he gave his remarks about Alexis McAllister, about speculation surrounding Alexis McAllister. Let's listen to what he has to say about new wingers, the new transfer Liverpool need.
Andoni, you've obviously had some big name players who've left the club since the end of last season, and you said last week you know that you need to add numbers to this group. I'm just wondering, do you have a number on how many you need, and has there been any progress on that since we last heard from you last week?
No, I think it's difficult to say a number when the market is open, and you have to be always open to new options to improve the squad. And there are obvious situations that we know that we need to sign players, where winger, for example, no, we definitely need to sign a winger. But there are other situations that we will have to analyze what the market gives you, what's the cost, how we also see the players we have. We have some, I said the other day, some tricky positions where we have like injured players that we trust, but still not the ideal situation. So it will depend a little bit of a lot.
So as you've heard from him, it will depend a lot of things, from the cost of players to the availability of the players to, he said, and also mentioned, like we just said now, that we have some players in some of the areas that we trust, but at the same time, it's not in the ideal situation. We trust them, but because they are not fit physically, they are still injured. They are still out injured, like Huey Kitike and Conor Bradley. They are long-term absentees. And this is some of the reasons why he said that it's going to be premised on Liverpool bringing in new players, going to be premised on some of those factors: cost, availability of players, and the position they're going to play in the team itself. And he didn't also stop there. He also mentioned the problem Liverpool actually faces in the defense line. Let's listen to what he has to say about the defense problem.
Hi, Andoni. You mentioned Connor and said he's a way off returning. Right back was quite a problematic position last season. There were a lot of injuries, a lot of different players playing there. Is it something that you want to maybe address in the market, or do you think it's something that you could do internally?
I think it depends on the Connor situation. At the end, if you have a fully fit, healthy Conor Bradley, we are very happy, ready to go, and we would not be asking ourselves these questions. No, I think it's a situation that is tricky because we trust Conor in the long term. We know we want him to be our right back, but right now he's still I would say a little bit far from returning. So with the center back, with the right back situations, in terms of defensive depth, we are, I think, very thin right now. So I think it's a solution that we are trying to find. Yes.
Exactly. So he just mentioned now, we are very thin at the back, and like he said, if we have a fully fit Conor Bradley, we will not be asking ourselves this very question at this moment. But the truth of the matter is Conor is currently not fit, and is very far away from returning to full action, which means Liverpool has one natural right back position, which is Jeremy Frimpong, who himself is also injury prone from what we saw last season. Frimpong himself, you can't depend on Frimpong on himself. He himself is quite an injury prone player, and that is why the interviewer also asked him that, is this something Liverpool is looking to solve in-house, or they are looking to bring in players to help them fill that position? Let's wait and see how Liverpool will attend to this situation. But I believe Liverpool should be able to bring in one additional right back, and then at the end of the day, one of them just has to go on loan. I don't know who is going to go on loan, because if Liverpool tries to bring in, because I've been hearing some speculations around Liverpool bringing in Jed Spence, which is very pacey, is a good one-on-one defender. He can dribble, so it's more or less like another version of Conor Bradley. But with Frimpong can run, but his pull out is poor. He can't dribble. So the only thing Frimpong has is pace. Aside pace, I don't think Frimpong has anything that he can really offer us, and it's really, really disappointing because I had high hopes for him when he was coming to Liverpool. Same with the Flora that came with from that he came together from Bayer Leverkusen. He himself has not been up to par in the Premier League. So it feels like the Bundesliga was way too easy for them, but then Premier League is proving too difficult for them to adapt. And now, on top of the lot, where Andoni Iraola talked about Alexis McAllister. Let's listen to what he had to say about the transfer speculation surrounding Alexis McAllister.
Just check. There is how real the substance is in the speculation about Alexis McAllister potentially wanted by clubs in Spain. I take it he's someone that you will want for the season.
I think Alexis has been one of the best players of the club last years. Has done a very good World Cup, and it's normal that other clubs want our best players, our good players. It always happens in all the markets, no. But I want to also, as other clubs want, I want to keep my good players. Probably I'm looking forward more to sign new players than losing the ones we have.
So, like we've heard from the gaffer himself, he's looking to sign more players rather than losing players. Right? Liverpool is currently even thin. I don't see any reason why Liverpool would want to sell players as of now, because you have with Robertson gone, with Mo Salah gone, and there's still going to be more departures. We are hearing some news about surrounding Curtis Jones leaving at the same time. Not Chimicas was also will have to leave. Konate also departed on free transfers. Quite a lot of these players would definitely. So he's talking about recruitment rather than sale. And although if anything would bring the right offer for McAllister, I don't think the Liverpool board would turn it down. Let's say 100 million or 90 million for, let's even say 80 million for McAllister. I'm not sure they will turn it down, because McAllister last season was not the same McAllister last season. So, and because of his the undulation in his performance last season, so I'm not sure that Liverpool is not a player Liverpool would lose sleep losing. Yeah, so I'm not sure that at the right fee, right offer, I'm more than sure that Liverpool would be willing to part ways with him at the right fee. But if the right fee does not come, they will be more than also willing to keep to one of their best players there, either you like it or not. To get a player like McAllister into this market, you have at least 100 million pounds or euros. Let's look at if Tonali could be worth over 80 million pounds on that $100 million. How on earth would McAllister not worth more? You understand? So that's why I feel that Liverpool will be more than willing to keep their players, except when the right offer actually shows up. So that will be that on that is the breakdown on Andoni Iraola's interview last night. Please like, share, and subscribe.